Hello, fellow collectors. I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Art, and I'm coming to you today with, a content-based thing about the origin of Anthony. And what I remember and most nostalgic about, like the spinner racks, is the Marvel book and record sets. Wow, I love these. I had them all when I was a kid, but I have a very big connection with these three on top. Very big. Okay, so the monster ones, I don't really remember. But the Man-Wolf story, and then this is a reprint of FF1, right? Or is it? No, it's not FF1. They just used, oh my God, look at that. The way it began. There is an origin. I tried to buy that Splash last week.
Wow.
Oh yeah, here's the origin. Look, it's got Sharon in it. All right, so it's got the FF origin, got the Man-Wolf, but let's talk about the monsters. Okay, you got the man thing, werewolf, Frankenstein, and then you have this one. Ugh. So I was an example collector when I was, still working as a photographer and could afford to keep stuff. So this was my Dracula cover. I had this for a bunch of years. I can't remember how many, but I had this Dracula cover, and that's Rachel about ready to put a stake in his heart. So yeah, that was my example. I had these as a kid and would play them. And then I actually got to own this cover for a few years, so that's cool. And I miss it. But here is something I really miss. So this is the Hulk. Look at that. I have pages from this storyline where this is where Hulk and Betty are bouncing back to Earth from the By-Beast story. So this they put this together, and this was a stat. I think it was a stat because, and then all these pages, the whole book. I had the whole book at one time. So, and I ended up selling it. Look at that splash! Oh my goodness. That's a great page, even though it's got nobody on it except army men. But those two, and then Betty gets captured. Oh, I still remember this great transformation page with a bada boom, and then Hulk fighting. Yeah, bingo. Yeah, I remember. So I had this whole book, and I remember selling it to a guy. I believe it's the guy that was a big Hulk collector, and then he passed away and sold his collection. So let's get to a couple things that I have an even bigger connection to. And let's do this. Look at this. So this is the Cap 168 cover.
Nights it just gets worse. Worse? What gets worse, kid? I'm the one who doesn't hurt you. I can't shake it. The feeling that I'm a walking anachronism. A guy who looks like he's 20. Even though he was fighting Hitler's horde some 30 years ago.
Huh? Now, what made that old bugaboo creep up on you all over again?
A lot of things, maybe, all adding up. I guess it started when I fought the madman who took my place during the 50s.
Okay. So you were on ice for 20 years. So why pick tonight for this out-of-my-time jazz to get you down?
I don't know. It's just a feeling I've got. Like something's about to happen, but I don't know what.
Zap!
Shield Slinger, we don't know either. But if we all move our eyes exactly one panel to the right, we'll all find out together. Now.
Falcon!
Zap! Falcon duck!
I call cutting him close. You okay, old buddy?
Feeling no pain. Not yet, anyhow.
Wow.
If that big bang had come 1 inch nearer, what was it, anyhow? Some kind of raid?
Sure looks like it. We're both lucky it didn't.
So then that's the first appearance of the Phoenix who is Baron Zemo's son, and they used him in the movies.
Do you? Do you really?
That's so cool.
Then know that your treacherous eyes gaze upon the face and
So I have a bunch of pages from this interiors,
know too that you'll not escape my vengeance.
and I've been collecting this ever since I was a kid because I loved it. And I've tenaciously held on.
Is admirable, but futile.
Wait for it.
Feel the fury
Big
of-
reveal.
Now.
There it is. The cover to Cap 168
But even as laser-like beams
and
last still another
the book and
moment
record
from the
edition.
rooftop.
So this is the full art. I had Stan Lee and Roy Thomas sign it.
Light years
Let's put it
ahead of
down.
the fast-turning fish. Oh, like a bat.
Look at that. They foreshortened a little bit.
See what that maniac is up to.
Shortened it a little bit because they squished it.
He's concerned. I'm not
But
I don't know who that
yeah,
or why he's
it's just I'm very, very nostalgic about this
find out.
cover. And I remember playing these over and over as a kid. And I even framed it with the book and record set, not just the comic book.
Conversation. Of course, I'm not behind you now.
So you can follow along in the book and record. And if you don't know how to read, it helps you learn how to read.
This is good enough for you. This is good enough for you. This is good enough for you. This
So this is good enough for you, says the Phoenix.
is good enough for you. This is good enough.
You all right, Sam?
You must be getting tired of asking that question, Cap. One thing's clear, though.
It's kind of weird. The casting on the Falcon's voice, I don't like at all
I wound up
as
being
a
nothing more than
adult.
hostage.
Anyway. So I found this Disco Kid player, so I wanted to do that and be able to play the book and record and share that with you about, that I have the love for this stuff. I have the nostalgia. I have what's going on with this came from the nostalgia place of when I was reading comics, the 20-cent comics when I was 9, 10, 11, 12, in that range. So, and had a full collection. I got really involved. I had, Spider-Man 1-Up, FF 1-Up, JLA, Green Lantern, Hawkman, you name it. Every title. All I cared about Captain America and Hulk, and I had a checklist. I got to find that checklist. I know I had it in my office, so I hope it's still there. And I just color in those blocks and make a full block. I was obsessed with that. I was really OCD about filling in my checklist. So Cap 168, super nostalgic about it. I had the whole interior to the Hulk version. I had the cover to the Dracula. Yeah, I just tried to buy this splash last week, but yeah, that's funny. Forgot about that. Anyway, that's my book and record show and tell with the Cap 168 cover. And I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Art. Keep calm and keep collecting, and we'll see you in the chat.